Hey, everybody. Welcome to Spill the Immunity. We are going over quite an episode of Survivor from last night, Survivor 50. I'm here with my co-hosts, Brandon and Johnville. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Bree. How are you?
Reeling.
Hey.
I'm reeling. How are you?
I almost took pictures of my TV last night because it was so exciting. Just to see everybody in the same buff for like 10 seconds. That's all that mattered. And celebrate just the coming together of this high school massacre, as Mike White first said. I'm excited about this episode today.
You know what I'm excited about? Ozzy being gone on Exile Island. And with Rizzo, no less. Like, my votes are coming to the top, guys. They're coming to the top.
They really are, actually. I thought that, and even was it Aubrey who said at some point that was the best thing to happen to them was to not be here for this.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, and that Ozzy called it out. Like he said, I hope this is an exile. I hope this is an exile. I did the math. He had a 1.47% chance of going to exile twice in the same season. 1.47%. He goes there, and now instead of 1 of 17, he's 1 of 14. So fantastic odds, and missing tribal council for the first time this season. He got player of the game.
Oh my God.
If it didn't go to Aubrey this week, who'd had another fantastic week, it does go to Ozzy, and we're here to talk all about it on Spill the Immunity. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I am too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am too. That was like the best start to my day. And then Rizzo walked past it, and I was like, oh, and I thought, would Rizzo have taken Ozzy? Maybe. He loves Ozzy.
It was just also so proud of Oscar, because this is Oscar now we're talking about. So proud of Oscar thinking and saying, I don't need to take a Suri. I don't need to take somebody I don't enjoy. I need to play the middle ground and pick out somebody that is kind of NA to me. And 100% the right thing to do for Oscar.
100%. Yeah, I think 100%. It was really game-changing for Oscar because it really kept, like, he wasn't there. He was just sitting in the background, chilling, doing his thing, and didn't have to have any worries. He actually got to relax. Like, he doesn't care that there's no fire, there's no food, there's no, like, this is heaven for him. He's a survivalist. This is where he likes to be. Johnville had to step out apparently for a sec, but we'll get her back in here.
This is Ozzy at halftime. This is at halftime. This is him in the locker room. He's tossing his idol at Rizzo and say, look, have you seen one of these before? And then Rizzo, who I think did a great job, said, hey, I need to give you some trust chips as well. I have one too. Let's run the gamut here, folks. We have 2 idols of the 3, and let's go. Let's go. Again, Bree, we've said it before, we don't start the season Rizzo fans.
And always. And here's the thing with Rizzo, he was so excited to be on that beach with all of these players. Yep. He even said that, what did he say? His 8-year-old self was it. And the funny thing is, I did some digging last night after he said that. I was looking through a lot of things, and I actually found the 8-year-old image of Rizzo. Here's 8-year-old Riz God thinking he's on Survivor.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
He's literally as cute in this picture as he is now. Love you, Riz God. You got this. You're doing great, making the right partnerships. Guys, I am so feeling season 50 right now. Loving it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's can't say the same for the rest of our Facebook group, Vanua, which if you haven't been there, go there. I do have a screen share on here, Bree. There. Oh, you're amazing. This is where it is. I'm gonna blow up just a little bit.
Can you just hit? You can just go up in the top right corner and hit preview.
I love technology. Look at how.
Yeah, preview. There you go.
We're it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so Vanua Facebook group, come join us. Oh, it's now it's on a timer. I gotta stop the timer. Brandon, let's learn how to use this. Brandon's gonna. There we go. We're gonna stop. Okay, we're gonna hit stop. Go stop. Okay, there we go. All right. So Rizzo still is in the line of fire for people. He's still not necessarily. I won't say he's not liked. They're just. People are still behind on accepting him as who he is. So I think he needs to make 1 or 2 more game moves, and I think more people will start to like him. He's not in my top 5 yet, I have to admit. I'm sorry, Johnville, not. They wanted Coach gone too. They thought Emily was going home. I'll show you how surprised we were in a moment with the 3 people that went home, because it's a blood moon. That's what happens when there's a blood moon, right? 3 people go home. We know that now. Christensen, Wade, Turley, prediction, and Sari. So which vote out should we talk about first, guys?
Wait. Can we talk about the Zelda and the blood moon though? Like that was like, I was like, yay, loop some Zelda in there.
I had no clue what she was talking about.
I knew what she's talking about. Yeah.
They were talking about Wild and the blood moon, and they come back stronger and badder. You call the bad guys, and the blood moon comes, brings it all back. It was very appropriate. Now we
have no idea.
I can't add to that. Like, I was trying to figure out what video game that was. I played Madden and Mario. Like those were my 2 go-tos. It was not on Mario. I can tell you that much.
I forgive you this time, but not playing Zelda is probably like, now I question how friendship happens, because Bree, you of course.
Yeah, anyway, I know. Well, here, can I bring it deeper just for a quick second? Just so you guys are aware, here's a little piece of trivia about Spill the Immunity. One of our first co-hosts, Gina Scarpa. If you don't know who she is, you should go look her up. She is amazing. She is a voiceover actress, and she actually is voicing on Zelda. So there you go. We've tied it all in now.
I thought we were going to get an 8-year-old picture of Bree playing Zelda is what I thought we were about to get.
But loved it.
We didn't have video games when I was 8.
we won't go into that. We won't. We won't go into that. So yeah, I thought incredible stuff. There's plenty to talk about and unpack. And so I guess we can start not necessarily at the votes, because we had Ozzy telling Emily about the idol, and then Ozzy found out everybody knows about this idol. I guess I have nothing new to say to anybody.
But Emily didn't spread it. Can we say that flipping Emily
she didn't have to spread it? Everybody knew about it. Don't give Emily any credit.
But she didn't know that everybody knew about it. It just started flowing. I loved it. Was it Genevieve that started spreading it?
I believe, yeah, because Genevieve wanted to paint. No, Genevieve said that Aubrey had it, because she wanted to start painting the picture that Aubrey's this mastermind and has an idol, and everybody be scared, and we're going to vote her out this episode.
Can I just say how much I love that we call her now Flippin' Emily instead of Emily Flippin', because that's just we've changed her name now, and that just is more apropos to what we're doing here. Yeah. Can I just say, Sari kept her name out of everybody's mouth.
She is playing an incredible game. We're going to talk more about her a little bit later, because you will see just how safe Sari is. I think for a while, I know I just like doomed her forever.
Don't jinx it.
I'm sorry, Sari. I finally started saying your name right. You better last a little bit. Okay, honey. I'm excited a little bit of that. Before all that, even we got Applebee's. Where is Liz when we need her? Applebee's is back, and I tell you what, Jeff was talking about the grandest reward. He even put Applebee's above Zach Brown catching fish. I know there's probably some people and some beliefs on that, but he described Applebee's food like they do at Ruth's Chris. And PF Chang's. Like, he talked more about that burger and that bacon cooked in the burger and the burger and the jam burger longer than Emily Flippin was available to compete in that challenge. So like,
good point.
Yeah.
That was good.
I've been food poisoned by Applebee's, and I was like, maybe that wasn't them.
It wasn't them. It wasn't them. Whatever you think they did, they didn't do it, because after Jeff did his spiel, I have never seen a better advertisement for Applebee's in my life. I've never even wanted to go to Applebee's in my life. I'm up at midnight watching this, y'all, and I'm like,
you went to Applebee's last night.
It was closed, but I would have. That's how good of a job he did with that. Amazing.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Jeff's got another career if he ever wants one. Hey, the funny part is that, a lot of Applebee's are closing right now because they're having financial issues. So I'm not exactly sure how they could afford, unless Jeff just really likes Applebee's and feels like I got to do this for them. I don't know, but
he's back because I'm about to go to
invested. Yeah, he was fully invested in giving that very, very long explanation on every single item on their menu.
I'm waiting for a call on the Nokia flip phone next episode, and him play up that next week. So be ready for that promo. AT&T, I think it was. Oh, big time! But we had immunity. One of a good flashback of Coach going all warrior, and I love watching Coach in all he does and says. And we've had that Coach versus Ozzy talk, and the only reason I want to see Coach more on my screen is because of the character he is over the strategy. So glad he got to participate in that same challenge that he went out, it seems like, on human stretchers and everything else. And we had Stephanie win, which is exciting to see.
That was a fantastic win. Dee did not shock me at all. Dee did not win her season on accident. She is such a strong competitor. I was very proud to see her up there. She looked like she could have stayed there for another year. But then, I know Stephanie won, but Stephanie was solid too. I was very impressed. I was shocked that Christian won. I'm sorry, Christian. I'm turning into a Christian fan. You're winning me over, but I did not expect that.
I didn't expect any of it. I really was surprised. I was surprised by Chrissy stepping down. I don't think she needed to do that, but I also, and she probably could have used it, but I think it led into the right dynamics. And I think it showed later on how dangerous of a player she actually could be by really swapping things around and changing the vote off of her, which I thought was really smart. And I like that we got that dynamic, but I was just really surprised that I'm not surprised by Dee's game. I think what she's giving this season is so much more emotion in it. She's really trying to be, I know it felt very real for me too, to see her with these legends. And I think she understands the gravity of when she's in a room and they're voting someone off that is that big, these big players. She understands it, and it really affects her. And she really has a love of, I guess I saw a love of the game and a respect for the game more than I did thinking, she was really attached to any of these players. I think she could vote anyone off at any time, regardless of how close they are. I think that's just kind of the player she is, which makes her so incredible. But I just saw such a respect for the game in those moments.
Yeah.
And she was, just so she did it. She wanted to do it. She knew she had to do it. It wasn't a question of whether she was going to do it or not. It's just that she understood that her votes and the way this was going to be a pretty big deal. And I fell in love with Dee again during those moments. I really respected her. And I loved what Colby said. And I love that they all got a chance. Colby, Coach, and Sari got a chance to kind of talk about what this is, how it's all meant so much to them. Yeah. And how it's affected and changed their lives forever. I was going to say for good, but it has.
You could have.
Throw a little wicked
Great
in there.
Segue.
But I think, I think that of all the tribal councils we saw, that was the one that really got to me.
Yeah, and speaking of tribal councils, let's go ahead and run through these because there's plenty to talk about. First one, we had Camilla coming in 17th place, which is crazy to me, but they know her game. She is a killer, and she was about to just take off. I thought last week was her episode where she got away from honor, integrity, and was able to kind of drive a vote herself. And it only lasts one episode because she got taken home. My biggest surprise here, to tell you the truth, as the train comes by, the good old 1046, is that I would have, again, with the whole thing of it's better to play with the enemy that you don't know than the enemy that you do. I'm really surprised that Tiffany wasn't the vote here. I think Tiffany could have been the better vote because of this. We know what Kill Camilla's game looks like way deep into the game. We have no clue what Tiffany's going to do come post-merge. She got voted off, I think, 10th place, which is about 3 on a normal merge season. That's 3 votes in. So I am of the thought that Tiffany may have been the better vote here because you know what you're getting Camilla post-merge. Tiffany, I think, who had a lot more confessionals this week, and I was scared for her because of that. I'm not so sure Camilla was the right move. Camilla had a better shot to win the season, but I thought it was Tiff. What was your guys' thoughts when it came to this vote?
I thought Camilla was a great vote. I honestly did. I really do. I mean, we've seen previews with Tiffany and Jonathan, so that's not going to be great for Jonathan, but I do think of the 2 players, Camilla's more dangerous, and you get her. I think Camilla's going to vote for her alliance members regardless of their performance, and I think Tiffany is going to vote. She's an easier vote to sway on jury. For me,
to jury. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Camilla's not on jury. Tiffany now will definitely make jury. So if you're looking, because Jeff did say that at one point during one of the tribals about who do you put on, and Genevieve's like, you just try to survive. But I think in this instance, I think, Camilla's going to vote party lines on everything and not be swayed. And I think Tiffany will possibly be swayed and is a more pliable player to have as a vote on your side, personally.
Yeah.
So
I can see
Jonville's got thoughts on that.
Go ahead, Jonville.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Oh, go ahead. I want to be. We're at a 1-1 split, so we need the decider right here. Go ahead.
I don't think that Camilla was the best vote. I think Chrissy was the right vote. I truly believe that when you have an alliance and it's supposed to be like Alliance Strong, Jonathan was supposed to be there with Camilla and Tiffany. Like, that was the plan. He got swayed, and I'm not even sure that there was a great argument for the sway. He's just kind of like, I don't even know what
he wants to play with old school. That's what it came down to. I want to be aligned with old school and not new school.
Yep.
Because if you look at people who have been voted out, it's so much new school. And remember, he's got Rob in his ear, Boston Rob in his ear. He's got a lot of people that he's worked with, and he was probably told over and over, stay with the old school, see if you can get in with them. They're going to carry you through a long way. I think that was really in the back of his head a lot during that vote.
That makes
sense. I don't know if that was Casey. A little of me says yes, he was definitely swayed by watching out for these new people. They're cutthroat. They lie. They even put their families up when it comes to swearing on their lives. Which again, Johnny Fairplay did that in the old school era. So whatever. But I thought that Chrissy saying that we're cut from the same cloth was huge and spoke Jonathan's language much better than Camilla and Tiffany did. So I think that not only that, but I also think that there was this partnership. He's the only knight around the round table that did not get knighted by Coach. So he has Colby, who is still in the game at this time. There is Joe, who is still in the game. And I think that he saw a lot more allegiances, not necessarily with these 5, but with people after this. The only person that's going to be ticked off at him right now is D, who's a few past winner. And because of her being a past winner is likely for people to be like, hey, let's gun for D and not gun for all these people who are part of this, honor loyalty brigade. That's not so much an honor and loyalty brigade as Joe is even learning how to play the deceptive game. So I'm still thinking Tiffany on this one. I understand the Chrissy thing. I understand the Camilla argument. Camilla, you take out a definite winner at the end. I don't know if Tiffany wins this game. I don't know if Chrissy can come up with something to win this game. So I understand that, but I'm still scared of knowing nothing about a Tiffany end game because we've never seen it.
Well, I'm glad we're going to get to see it. And I do want to speak. So, Bree, to your point with the being old school, cut from the same cloth, what you said, Brandon, it does make me think of season 50, where they did not stick to that. And I remember old school was getting voted off, not 50, 40, season 40, when it was all winners, winners at war. All the old school, by the time the old school realized it, new school had basically taken them completely
out. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Because if you think back to season 40, your brain's gonna be like, wait a second, this feels good right now, but remember what happened. You used to be, oh, the men have the advantage, oh, the women have the advantage. Now it's old school, new school. There's a lot to think about. And I want to comment on J5872. I cannot agree to throw the season away. I am loving the twist. I have not. I think it was cool. I love the blood moon. I love that it made me think of Zelda. And I love that they did 3 people. There was a lot of people on this tribe. I don't know that they all earned that merge feast.
Trim it down. I like that part of it. I have to agree. Jay, strong words. Love it. Love your opinion. Respect, total respect. Yep. They're gonna have stupid twists. My stupid, I didn't like this thing was the Zach Brown thing. That was my personal but this episode I really liked it. Yeah, too much airtime.
We like Zach Brown. Too much airtime.
It was longer than Jeff's explanation of the Applebee's menu and reading it all off to us. So it was, it was too much there. But I like some of the twists. I like that Ozzy got to pick somebody to go to exile with him, and they were safe on this like when they come back and find out how they dodged
3 people. Dodged 3 bullets.
That was huge.
I don't know if Ozzy could have made it through those bullets. He's been doing really good, but what if he wasn't on a team with people? Like, it depends on who he falls with. Jay, I don't know where your allegiance is, but mine is to Ozzy.
So I would just be curious on what Jay would do differently. Like if Jay and those people out there that are kind of against this and more power to you. I think there's many ways to get this done. How would you have so many people voted off in this game in so little days? And you can't say 39 days. We all want 39 days back. We want 50 days, whatever it is. Keep them out there for a year. But it's at a place where you just got to figure out, okay, we have 10 more episodes, 9 more episodes left, whatever it is, and we have a lot more people to be thrown off this season. I thought it was great. Now, I don't think I think we need to come up with a new word besides merge at this point.
Yeah, there's no merge feast, so this wasn't the merge, in my opinion.
And we've had that argument for every season since they started Mergatory. I like that they got to put themselves on the same island and they got to do some talking before the challenge even happened. That was wonderful to see. So I am all for that. But I would love to hear out there, especially from Jay, how would you have done this differently? So to finish off, Karma Camilla, we got fan vote said 4% was going to be her being eliminated. So a surprise all around for Camilla. No one really wants to eliminate her yet. They love seeing her on the TV. Will she win? 6%. So, somewhere in the middle there, tied for 7th. Do you want her to win? 13th place in that, just because I don't think she really did too much yet. I think she was setting herself up for success later on, but didn't get it done. Enemies made, and not so much an enemy, but just Chrissy needed somebody else.
Yeah.
And it was not dumb. Even though I think Tiffany would have been the better choice, it's still not a dumb choice for Chrissy to go that route. Didn't have too many choices besides those two.
Yeah, Camilla's scary. Tiffany's not. I mean,
so what is Camilla's legacy this season? We've talked. Charlie's, he got defeated by Maria, and so his legacy, it was kind of not so hot for him. What was Camilla's legacy for her survival career so far?
Legacy wise, I think that she's she's always kind of underestimated. She's tiny. She's just this little bitty thing. And I think she's not loud and in your face, and she has a very subtle way of playing while also being like really understanding how the setup goes. I just think, and kind of Jay was talking about this in the chat. I think she got screwed on the where she was, even though she felt like she was when she got in that group, she's like, we're solid. I got Jonathan, I got Tiffany. That's 3 out of 2,
Jonathan.
But then you see Chrissy, and what you saw from Chrissy was a seasoned player.
Mm-hmm.
Because she went right in and she's like, listen, I don't want to leave here. I know I'm going to go home and this is my last day. I don't want to go home with I don't want you to feel bad about it. We're still friends, like really playing it up.
She did good.
I actually believed her on that. So she got me. And
fool that I am, I believed her until the first time.
Yeah, the first one, I believed her. When she started pushing it to, when she started doing it to Tiffany the second, then I'm like, nah, girl, I know what you're up to now.
And she did good. You got to give her that. That was masterful because it put everyone's guard down
player.
Here. Yep.
That's a seasoned player who can do it subtly and not come across like coach, seasoned player, but his delivery still sucks. So like, you know what I mean? Like when he's trying to work with, I don't know who he was trying to work with. He came at somebody and they're just like, I'm not going to go with you because I don't like the way you talk to me. Yeah. Right. Like when it hits wrong, it hits wrong. Chrissy, she knew how to like lay it down real nice and gentle and was real sincere. And you could see it in her face, like acting 101, man. That was brilliant.
And don't forget that she would have won her season if it wasn't for a newly made fire making challenge. So like we could be talking about, another winner of the game hadn't been for a late, Survivor screw job, if you will. Camilla too, she would be fantastic on one of the earlier seasons of Survivor. I think like I compare her often to, I don't want to say like a Richard Hatch type player, but somebody who can get relationships going fast. Every time you saw a swap during the season, she was mad about it. I think about the first swap where they swapped early. I think about, and she probably has a little PTSD from getting on the same tribe as the 3 males that were in charge, and her and Kyle had to come up with this magic to be saved. So I think that Camilla is one that can play this game best when there aren't those surprises, and probably didn't vote for surprises at the beginning of the season when the fans voted for things. I think there's many other players out there who can play better when it comes to all these different changes in the game. And I think she gets a little hyper emotional about that. I like her, but I just saw that in her face. She did not hide that well the whole entire game. So should we move on? We have 2 more.
Let's do it. We got a lot to do.
We got a lot. And before we move, as we're moving on, I just want to shout out Jay because they did respond and said I would have had more double tribals before this merge, which I agree. Doesn't feel like a merge. My opinion, Jay, no merge feast, no merge. We are on the same page. And I guess Chrissy can have a little bit more screen time as long as they don't steal any more from Ozzy. But yes, I want to see the women too.
I think so too. I'm glad. Like I see that, do some more doubles, maybe 1. I don't want 2 or 3 more just because I wanted to see all those players as much as humanly possible. It would have been sad to see like Q not as often as we did, or a Mike White or Charlie or whatever. So I am glad they got their screen time. So yeah, I could see how that would work. But I think if you're going to do a 3 vote out, you do it season 50. It doesn't make any other sense any other season.
Right. And you got Ozzy on vacation floating in the water. So there you go.
He's so happy. Okay, moving on.
Just floating there. Halftime Ozzy. Genevieve was next for Get the Karma, Camilla above. We'll have to change those titles later. But this was as unanimous as it gets.
Yeah.
Was this the right move by these 4 players?
Yes.
100%.
I have nothing else to say. Love you, Genevieve. Well done. Good game. Good cuts. We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, I was, I'm not the biggest fan of Genevieve. She's still just.
Is that why Alex is gone?
Yeah, he couldn't handle it. He's crying on a plane to Hong Kong right now.
I believe it.
Yeah, don't understand. I don't get her. Like, she just, for me, there's nothing warm or soft or inviting about her personality for me. Maybe she is in real life, but when she's playing this game, she's just, she feels a little awkward. She comes on too strong.
Yes.
She's too pushy in some of her views. And if she were smart, I would have, if I was in her shoes and I was playing like her, I would have really tried to work with Audrey. Yeah. I think we come together because we both are so strong that if we joined powers and got through, we could go very far. And then it's a blood war, right? Yeah. Then we're like going after each other. I'm okay with that. But I think that would have served her so much better. I think Genevieve had great respect for Audrey, but didn't know how to make that connection with her. And Audrey was just like, I know who you are. I know how you play. I'm not going to have any of it. But the fact that that Genevieve gave her jacket when she was leaving, but she spent a lot of money on that jacket. You can tell because she goes, this is a really nice jacket. I was like, what are you doing? Like, just give her the jacket. I mean, that was nice, but like, you could tell she was like, I paid a lot of money for this thing. That's what I got out of it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know about prices of jackets or anything like that, but that was a very nice gesture on her part.
Agreed.
And I'm mostly surprised not about the Genevieve vote. I thought that was the thing to do on this. I am surprised that Joe did not vote for somebody else, because if Genevieve's dice lands, then they have to revote and Joe's going home. So I was really surprised. I think I'm waiting to see some kind of gamemanship from Joe. And I don't think it's important for him to say I'm aligned with you other three, because obviously they're not necessarily aligned unless we're missing conversations. But I was surprised that Joe did not vote for somebody else.
Yeah,
I was not smart.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I don't know if that was the smartest move. Bye, Jay. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. I think so. For Genevieve, my only thing about her gameplay, and I agree with everything you're all saying, and yes, I think Joe should have tossed something else out there. I feel like the only thing that almost saved Genevieve was not Genevieve. It was the fear that Genevieve had something. I just don't feel like she fought hard enough for herself. And so when it came down to it, it did not shock me. But again, shout out to her. Well done. You're here. You're a Survivor player, and you did a fantastic job. You almost made it to the merge. Great job, Genevieve.
Do you ever, if you're Genevieve, do you ever tell people, if you're that far in the hole, that, hey, I'm the one who has these 2 boomerang idols back, you work with me, I'll give you one of them once it comes back? Or like, could you think that she could have done anything else?
Anything else.
Anything.
The last part of what you said, she could have done anything else. The fear of what she might have had is all she had going for her, and that really disappointed me this season.
Yeah. I mean, she was scrambling. That's why she played her shot in the dark. But I mean, just imagine what it would have been. Let's say Joe wakes up. Joe comes back to the game. I don't know. He's off. He's looking for Ozzy right now. His mind's not in the game. And Joe is smart enough to cast a vote for someone other than Genevieve. Genevieve plays her shot in the dark, and she's safe. Mm-hmm. Joe's single vote, which would probably have gone to Devin's, could have been an epic adventure ride for them.
It would have been a good check for Joe, and he kind of missed an opportunity there. But hopefully he comes back and shows us something. I am a strong believer that I think he should have been real. I know he was second place, but he was like, I kind of wanted him to win this season. So like, whatever.
Yeah, Joe is my number 3 this season. I think he's going to get in 3rd place somehow and get just as many votes as he did before. And it's because I need to see him play. Now, I was like I said before, the fact that he was asking, I think Christy or somebody question saying, hey, do I know that this should I say that I know this about this person?
Yes.
And he was really trying to figure out, how can I play this three-dimensional game that I do not have. So I'm glad to see him, watch him learn through this process. It's going to be too soon, too little, too late for this strong of players that are occurring. But Genevieve gone, Billie Eilish, we may not hear from you again. Fan vote 12%, third place. So we had an inkling that the whole Aubrey Genevieve exchange would happen soon, and that Genevieve would be defeated, which is interesting now that if you look back at that tribe at the very beginning of the season, would you say that Aubrey is going to outlast 4 of those 8 the way that she has, which is really awesome about the swaps this season? Would you eliminate her? They said 4th place, and I think that people agree she's dangerous. Maybe not the most dangerous, but she's dangerous. Will she win? Not too many people said that she'd win the season, and I think that Aubrey we know Aubrey pretty well, that she plays a smart and patient game, got her out when she needed to. And do we want her to win? 15th on that. 0 for 1 was her first tribal. So sad. 5 group wins, had the Rile for Kyle alliance with just that group that tried to rile behind Kyle. Now they're all going home. And then Aubrey was her nemesis. Anything to be said about Genevieve?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Time.
And then now we start playing the music for, just don't ignore that screen. We start playing the music for our friend, our grandfather of Survivor, a hero's Haru, which is Australian for goodbye, Colby Donaldson. No more didgeridoo.
No more didgeridoo. That's it. We're done. I've never been a huge Colby fan.
Don't say that loud.
I've liked it, just like he's kind of a mid player for me. Like I like him, but I'm not crying when he leaves. I'm like, I like Colby, but you know what I mean? Like he's not in my top. So, but I have to say, like, I did like him. He totally with the Kevin Costner, given those vibes, Waterworld all day. I just felt it with Colby. Unfortunate about his foot. And I think
he should have never done that challenge. What was he thinking? Come on.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about him. I was worried about him. I'm glad that he's getting it taken care of, and he didn't lose any toes in the process. And I mean, it was probably the best thing for him.
Sure.
And his speech when he at Tribal was amazing. It touched me. It was great. And I really appreciate him more now, I guess is how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I like Colby. I like his gameplay. I like to see him. I do think that I think, was it Emily who was it? Or was it D? Someone said that he's probably gonna be medevaced. And I'm like, that's the play. 2 for 1. And they would not go for that because that foot was not looking great, and I'm thinking to myself, because sometimes you don't have a choice. You could lose a toe, they're gonna medevac you. You can't choose. So go ahead, Brandon. So I just think that was the play.
I agree.
Smart play if it wasn't for the likelihood of Coach winning this game, which is more probable Coach not winning this game than Colby getting medevac from Survivor. That's where we are with Coach right now.
They could have taken Coach out and then let Colby be medevaced. 2 for 1.
Coach isn't winning this game though.
He's even less winning it if we get him off our screen.
Colby won't make it to the end. He's not physically capable, and that I think, you can. If he doesn't, here's the thing: with him being injured, if he doesn't go home, he's not really going to do well in any of the challenges. So you don't have to worry about him being protected by immunity unless he finds something. But all the idols are still in play, so there's probably not going to be any more new idols coming through. So he's kind of a sitting duck at any time. And that foot not looking very good. I think we would have seen medical at least we would have had that moment of, we need to take a look at this and see, because it's getting worse, not better. When things get worse, not better. And that means the antibiotics are probably not, he's probably on antibiotics, probably not doing, they're not strong enough. He might need something more, which means hospital, which means he would be out. So I think Emily nailed it when she said, get coach, Colby's going to fall here soon. We should be golden. And then we can get rid of this. Coach is a loud, messy player. Colby is a quiet, well thought out, strategic player. So I see the need to get rid of Colby, but I do think he wouldn't have been there much longer anyway.
I think that, yes, if you look at physical challenges, you're going to beat Colby every single time. He even lost to Savannah at a whatever that stacking game was, which is just like him playing on a preschool playground, just putting people. That was so much fun to watch. I think Sari, again, masterful job once again by Sari, sending someone else home that she doesn't think she could beat in the future. I think she would think that Colby can still beat me at this game and coach can't.
He's a genius.
So you have that. And I think that Sari and those who think that Colby was the right pick is more inclined to think about not the physical challenge, but what happens at the round table when the Knights are joined together, and it's Joe and it's Colby and it's maybe Chrissy and it's Coach, and Coach says he has an idea and everybody's like, it's Coach. But then Colby stands up and he says, guys, we should do this. Who is more likely to align a group of 5 to 6 people, vote you out? It's going to be Colby Donaldson over Coach any day.
This guy right here. This guy. This guy.
My buddy Riz God. I am so excited to see where he goes this year. I was so worried at the beginning, but oh my goodness, he is getting in there. Okay, I'm sorry, but yay. Rizzo.
Well, we got a lot going on, Brandon. Let's get going here because we got people in the waiting room that we're going to bring up on the stage. So we're going to wrap up with who is a hero's Haru.
Yeah, so Haru, that's Australian for farewell.
I got you. I got you.
I did my deep dive too.
There you go, Brandon. All right. I
learned some Australian. If Alex was here, he'd help me out with the accent. Fan vote 4%, 4th place. Who would you eliminate? Dead last. Nobody wants Colby gone in the community of Vanua. Will he win? He was in 3rd place, and so this was one of the most. One of the people that have been kicked off the season that got pretty close to people thinking you are the winner of the season. 0 for 1 tribal voting, first one again. Poor Colby and Genevieve, and then had his Lions. Not really. He was knighted, so that's something. So that's that. So yeah, we're going to bring in some people, but first, before we do, Bree, you're talking about how you think these guys look the same.
They do. Come on.
Okay, maybe not in this picture, but yes,
they look a lot the same in this picture.
We need a fan vote on this out there. Is Bree more right with Colby and Kevin looking like doppelgangers, or here's my new one? I saw this too many times to ignore it. And I'm going to say that my favorite doppelganger is Chrissy and Hillary Clinton in 2008.
I'm done. I'm done. You let me clean my glasses because excuse me.
Not at all.
Just saying.
Give me my guess.
I saw Hillary Clinton play. We're going to get to this here in a second, but let's have on our guests.
We got to bring the guests on, but we can't do it with your screen like that, dude.
Oh, okay. I'll take it up.
Sorry. All right, we got guests coming in. We got some super fans that have done some amazing things. So here we go. We're going to put you guys up on stage. Yes. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Yes. What's up? Bree, should I introduce these wonderful people to Spill the Immunity and the rest of the world? First off, this whole season on Vanua, we have been selecting fans who have made our beautiful community of Vanua a magical and wonderful place that continues to be, with over 22,000 people joined since the Idol Hunt. And Emily was a part of that, and she has been posting some wonderful stuff. Emily, the flight attendant, 6 different idols hunts all over the nation. I can't even like map them out anymore. Welcome to the show. Tell us your experience of the idol hunt.
First of all, thank you so much for letting me be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a flight attendant and I started this adventure and I didn't think I was going to go to 7. It just kind of happened.
That's right. 7.
I just drove to Washington and where I live, and I drove to the idol and I just had a blast. So I'm like, all right, I kind of just dropped my trips and I'm like, I want to go to more. So I made it a little adventure for myself, and I ended up going to Minneapolis, Arizona, Alaska, Texas, California, and Nevada.
Which, if you guys did not know, if you don't know geography, I had a friend who one time thought that tried to figure out how to drive to Alaska and thought that it was an island because it's shown that way on maps. Those states are not connected, Emily. So, like, tell us, like, I mean, you spent hours on these challenges. Who'd you meet? Who's your favorite person you met? Where was your favorite state? Just give it to me.
Oh my gosh. So I think my favorite challenge was Alaska. It was so different. I went there. It was a snowstorm. I rented a car. I got stuck in the snow. I almost didn't make it. And the way they set it up there was so fun. It was a scavenger hunt in the hot springs resort. So actually we had to run to different clues, and the way they set it up was so fun. And then afterwards I went in the hot springs, and then I met some fun girls that we're in a draft together right now. And I'm thinking of picking up an Alaska layover and inviting them to my hotel room to watch the finale.
That's incredible.
A bunch of nerds.
I love that, and you better do that. That is one thing about these challenges. It brought this community together. Met so many great people. I'm glad that happened for you too, Emily. All over the world. I don't know how you pick the states you went to, but like, way to go.
It was so fun. And then just meeting the contestants, I had so much fun with that aspect of it. California, I loved meeting Ozzy. I loved him.
He's my favorite. Yay, Emily, Ozzy.
Yes. I loved meeting him. I just loved his vibe. He gave me a big old high five, and he just couldn't believe how much I was doing.
But did he give you his extra vote?
Yeah, maybe.
Did he give you a picture that I could put my face on?
Yes. It was so fun. And then I think I didn't sleep one night. I flew all night into Nevada, and I Ubered right to the idol spot in Nevada, and I stood in line and met Coach. And
what a pair to meet.
Coach was awesome.
Yep.
I know he's getting he's a different person.
We're not anti-Coach here. You're safe.
We're not anti-Coach. I love
safe.
Coach. As long as he stops going for Ozzy, I love him. That's my only problem.
But he was fun to talk to. He talked to all of us fans in line. It was a lot. It was so much fun. It was just more than just. I got so much out of it. I got community out of it. I got, talking to people in line. I'm still connected to so many people on this journey. I will remember it forever.
Awesome. Emily, thank you so much. We'll probably get back to you in a second, at least for predictions, but I do want to get over to this man's name was, it was almost as if he said it, as if Jeff Probst said this guy's name on his Instagram, on social media, everywhere to hear. He is going to be unlike, I think, unlike D. I don't think she's going to the final. I'll pick D up right now. He's going to the final. He has been hand selected by D. Jeff Probst. It is one of the winners and went to 14, I think.
14
states. Chris, tell us your story, my friend. Welcome to Spilled Immunity.
Yeah, well, thanks for the invite and happy to be here. So yeah, I live in Kansas City and I had heard about the Survivor 50 challenge, but I didn't really at at that time, I guess when it started, I thought it would just be like the geocaching thing, like one person just finds it. So I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. And then the Florida one, I saw posts about the Florida one, which is the first one. And I was like, oh, okay, it looks like a lot of people, like it's, you enter into it. And so a lot of people can do it. And I saw that Wichita or Kansas was the day after, which is only like 3 hours from Kansas City. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the one in Wichita, see what it's about, and see what this whole thing is. And so I did that, and then yeah, so I came back home and I was like, okay, let's see what the rest of the map looks like. And I had already had February off. I was lucky enough to have the month off already. I was going to drive down to Florida
Because there's a lot of
actually,
people that are
'cause
now fired because of this challenge.
I was about to say, what do you mean? I was lucky enough to have the month off.
People
Excuse
have
me.
lost their jobs.
I'm lucky to get a lunch break to do this. What do you mean?
yeah,
Continue on.
yeah, it was the timing was very lucky. But yeah, so I came back home and I was looking at the map. I saw Indiana was the next day, and so I took a nap. And at about 11:30 p.m., I drove to Indiana, and I got there in the morning for that one. And from then on, I just kind of it was just look at the map, see where the next one is, go to it, and I ended up doing 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That
Emily,
is
you
so
only went to a
amazing.
putrid 6. Like, how
7.
dare
She went
you?
to 7. Give her props.
7.
Spiritual, and probably went online.
Several.
I know,
She
I thought
went
I was
to
doing good, but
Several.
Several.
major props to you, man. That's awesome.
I have to ask,
Thank
Chris,
you.
which idol hunt was the most fun? I am living in Indiana, so that's the one that I met Brandon at, and so that's how I got involved with all this. So I think that doing that and going to Foaling was the most fun. But I want to know, you went to so many of them. What did you think? What was the best?
Yeah, Indiana was cool. I think Cincinnati, the American Sign Museum was really cool. Bunch of old signs. That's a place I'd like to go back and actually like walk through and actually see the place. Um, Arkansas was cool. We went down into the Cosmic Cavern, so we went down into a cave for that one.
That's cool.
And Arkansas was cool for me personally, because that was the day I did 2 idols that day. I did Arkansas, and then I left immediately from Arkansas and drove to Nebraska to get Omaha idol at the Botanical Gardens. So that was a
There are
long
some
day.
people- I also want to say that there are some people that went to their one state and could not get in because they got there too late. So the fact that you got
Actually,
2,
yeah, Omaha, I was about 15 minutes away from from getting cut off in Omaha. So that almost wasn't worth it, but ended up being worth it.
And
So-
did Jeff call you personally and say you won?
Literally my next question. Tell
No,
us.
I have not heard from Jeff personally. Hopefully I get to meet him. That'd be cool. But
Tell him about
yeah,
Skull
no,
Immunity.
just
Tell him we'd love to have him as a guest
Yeah.
speaker one day. You know, you got this.
Mhm.
We're putting all of our chips in your bag.
okay.
Did you come to the Minneapolis one? It wasn't as exciting. It was at Mall of America.
Yeah, I went to Minneapolis.
I was there too.
Yeah, I was there. I was like 70th in line, probably.
Nice.
Mostly just sat there with my headphones in. I was pretty antisocial with that one, but yeah.
I wanted to go. That's where I'm living, but I just had surgery, so I couldn't attend. But I heard it was great. And Carolyn was there, and she's not that far from me. So I was excited that she was going to be there. And I met a lot of people because I went to an event they had last year at the Mall of America, which was part of the Survivor experience. And so I got to hang out with Sandra and Denise and all of the Queen. I think I even have a photo.
The Queen stays Queen.
This was Sandra that was at Mall of America last year. And there's Denise. Got to hang out with her. We talked. Denise and I talked for probably 20 minutes. She was amazing.
cool.
Super great.
Cool.
Wanted to see her this season. For Emily and Chris, I have a quick question. Who is the one player that didn't make it to 50 that you really wanted to see? Emily, I'm going to go to you first.
Oh boy. Oh, that's tough. I have to go with Parvati, or the one that didn't go to 50 at all. Is that what you're asking?
Mhm. You answered
Yes.
it correctly. Mhm.
Parvati. I was a big Parvati fan. I've been following her journey, her story, read her book, and I was bummed I didn't get to see her fight another chance. I like her.
Do you think that they offered it to Parvati because she is a very popular Survivor player? Like, how do we know who they offered it to? Do we know that?
We know
I
some.
don't know.
There's some out there.
Yeah.
I wonder if she declined, because I feel like they'd offer it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got offers from the world with Australia. She just done Dondi, and like, so there was a lot. She had a lot going on. I think she
Yeah.
kind of, smart choice for her to go do Australia, because that definitely played out in her favor. But yeah, I would have. She's been doing a lot. Plus, she's getting her own show.
Chris,
Yeah.
how about you?
Well, the first season I watched live, and Tyson was a big. I really liked Tyson, and I'd love to see Tyson on every season of
Yes.
Survivor ever. So anytime he's on TV, I love it. So Tyson.
That is an excellent pick. Literally.
Yeah, both good picks. I like both of them. I like both the players. They're really awesome. Well, we're getting to the end of the show. You guys are amazing. Stick around, because we would love to have your input on your predictions for next week. So I'm going to start with Johnville. Who are we going to lose this next episode?
Man, I feel like okay, hear me out. People are afraid of Devins. I think that if they're going back into Big Tribe, I think that Devins might be somebody that they go after. I don't want it. I love the bro thing that's happening with Christian and Devins right now. I don't want it. But I think that that's something that could happen, because I see a fear in their eye when they look at him. But he's got his fake idol, so he's good.
So are you picking Devins, or are you not picking Devins?
It's not my choice. The question was, who do I think is going to go up? I think it's going to be Devins.
Okay.
Brandon?
Okay. I'll give you that. There's so much to think about. We just brand new episode. Merge, Ozzy and Riz God are coming back from their vacation. We just have a lot to look forward to. I need to talk about it just a little bit of what we got going on, because I can't think aloud. This is after Blood Moon. We had a chart come on, go back. We had a chart last week that talked about where everybody is. There it is. Can you please stop, computer? There we go. I think if you're in the center of the circle, the better chance you have to win this game. So I think Ozzy's safe, Cerie's safe, Tiffany's safe. They have their people in the right places. I think Aubrey's safe for the right reasons. I think Stephanie's pretty safe for not really having close-knit alliances. I'm going to say that unless D wins immunity, that D unfortunately is going home in this next episode. And that makes me cry, just sad tears. Queen D. So I'm sadly going to say D is the next one gone.
She's been my vote for several, so I'm with you. I get it, but I'm coming off of her. I think she's made enough alliances. Now she's out, so I love to see it.
I think so too. And if you look at the squads real quick, honor, integrity, Mike White called this the high school massacre. This is like looking in the yearbook at all the clubs. We got honor, integrity that's looking pretty good, even though Colby's not there. It's still 6 strong. We got this ladies group, give a better name for it later if we want to, slowly dwindling. And you got the class clowns, who's a pretty big group of people. So there's 2 big dynamic groups that we have. And then, of course, the Cerie fan club, which all these players, Dee even said herself she should have gone home a long time ago, but she's like, just Cerie's like, come on, don't you know, Dee? This is what you should be doing. Do you play gamble? Do you gamble, Dee? Because you're gambling with lives right now. Cerie working her magic. Cerie safe for a while. I think Dee may be going home unless Cerie can save her. Where are you at, Bree?
Here's my thing. I really believe that Dee will make it through next week. I think we're gonna see some major stuff. I think the Jonathan Tiffany fight is gonna spill over onto other people, and it's going to I think it's gonna mess up Jonathan's game, to be quite honest with you. So I think Dee kind of slides through this one. I think her reverence at the last tribal for the old school players. Cerie's gonna. I think Dee's name will come up. I think Cerie does her magic to tighten that bond. And they surround her and kind of protect her in this next vote. I don't think it's going to last for very long, but they really need numbers. I think they're going to go strong and hard for somebody on the other side. So I personally think that it's going to be between Coach and Jonathan this next week. I think the two of them are not on solid ground. I think they already had Coach's name in their mouth. I think it's going to stay there for a while. And he does kind of go on the attack from the previews that we've seen. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. But I want to toss it over to our guest, Chris. Who is your pick to go home this next week?
Yeah, I think Coach is a good like nobody's really in Coach's corner. So I think if it comes down to like just a name, I think Coach would be kind of a safe like consensus vote for people to go after. And the Jonathan Tiffany thing, I think you're right. That could like that could maybe like split the tribe somehow and maybe deflect onto somebody over there. But I think Coach is a good choice here.
Okay. And Emily, our 7-state person, flight attendant who is going home via plane.
I have to agree. I think Jonathan kind of stirred the pot a little bit. And I think it's going to be really hard for him to get out of it. He's going to have to, I don't know how he's going to get out of it. So yeah, I would say either Jonathan or Coach.
Okay.
And for the record, if it was who I want to go home, it would have been Coach. Love you, Coach, but you stole Ozzy's thing at the beginning. Deuces.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the karmic spill over.
I'm just excited. This is the first tribal council with Ozzy and Coach. Unless Ozzy goes back to Exile Island for the third time, it's going to be the first time they meet, which is going to be fire. Here's just a look real quick at our fantasy draft. I got to give these fans credit. I give almost everybody credit. Almost the top five or six people that were selected are still in the game. If you go back to our podcasters draft with Johnny Fairplay and Angel Stevens, we saw, I think, 2 rounds of people still in. So a lot of great winners still in the season, which is awesome. And Emily, Chris, thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you're enjoying this season. And do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share before we tap out?
I just thank you so much for having me, and I just really enjoyed this season, and it's just so fun to talk to you guys about it. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And you can see more of Emily and her story at Vanua on Facebook on our features tab. She is the fan of the week for one more day. So we appreciate you in Vanua. Chris, final words.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to the finale. I've been in contact with the CBS travel team, and so I've got all that stuff going on. It's getting real. It's very exciting. So yeah.
Can you show me what
partner? Oh,
can you? I was going to ask.
Do you have a second? Like just before you get off, like if you don't, hi, I'm a friend.
There's your +1 right over there. Chris, I just want to see, like, pretend the screen you're looking at right now is your computer screen when you first saw that email. Can you show us your reaction? Because I don't know what I would do.
Oh,
I don't.
Well, because it was an email that came through, and so at first I thought I was being scammed. So that was my initial thought was like, this isn't real. So I had to like look up the company that is behind it and like email a person to ask for confirmation and stuff just to make sure. So it was skepticism, I guess, was my first response.
It wasn't from Billie Eilish. She didn't say
It
hi.
was
It's
not.
Billie. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
well,
that would have been great.
Bree, any closing thoughts?
Nope. I think they're going to put Aubrey's name out there and she's going to play her idol, but she's really not in any danger to go home. They just want to start really getting those idols out of here because everybody knows about them and it's time to start messing with them. And I think Rizzo is going to see, we're going to see something out of Rizzo this next week. He's emboldened because he spent the time with Ozzy and they're a tight group now. So expect more Riz being Riz. But until then, enjoy his 8-year-old self living in the survivor legacy that he knew he was going to build. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, everybody.
We'll get that.